What's up, Brian?
Nothing. I can do the first game, before I have to go to work.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the feed. Actually, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do right now. My power went out, so I didn't even know if this was gonna be possible.
Oh, that definitely sucks.
Yeah, I just got it back.
Meanwhile, I was just sitting here looking at triple monitors that I'm gonna buy
Nice.
and stand for it. Finally get that. Had a $600 check come in today.
Actually, if you have the rules, can you look up the rules for the playoffs and the format?
Yeah, I should be able to because I'm fairly sure it's in the Discord.
Yeah.
So
Should be pinned in the announcements. In the
yeah,
rules section.
let me get to that. Rules revised. VPGA Cup playoffs. What exactly are we specifically looking for? Or do you just want me to like read those off?
The form. Oh, the
The
format.
format,
If they
okay.
go, like, in the first round, is it one leg, is it
So
two leg? Read that
the
off.
opening round will be a single knockout game hosted by the higher seeded clubs. The higher seeded winners of each knockout game will advance to the next round and face one of the top 4 seeds. So the first games are just single game elimination.
Okay. So if they go to extra time, they should continue.
Yes. Yeah, because there's no home or away, so they have to finish it within that game.
Right.
And I'm also so away goals also don't matter. It's just at that point, at least from what I'm reading, away goals don't matter then since it's a single game knockout.
Correct. Exactly. Alright. So, basically, we need to make sure that these other teams understand that they're playing right now.
Yes. At least, because that's how I read it when I'm looking at the roles.
Right. So let me go ahead and tag these guys. I want to make sure they know that there is no backing out. Winner take all. Can the Cinderella story of Bay Area continue, or does it die here today? You understand this is a clean fight. No below the weight.
Oh no, it's not going to be clean. When is it ever clean?
Silent wind. Alright, here we go. If the game is tied, go to extra time and PKs. Review playoff format. One game. Winner take. Winner not go home.
I mean, the winner might go home.
Right.
While drinking champagne on their way. Yeah, why did Madman join and then leave when he has a game? Is he still in here? Why is he in here?
Oh, he's telling to review the rules.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it's about to go down.
Anyway, I was like, shouldn't he be focusing?
Thanks for tuning into the stream. This is a good one tonight. This is what we've been waiting for.
I don't think Bay Area has a chance tonight.
Oh wow.
But I'm also the guy that said Bay Area was out on Monday last week.
That's true.
So take what I say about Bay Area with a grain of salt, apparently, because maybe me saying that they're gonna lose is what Bay Area needs to win.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen tonight.
I just think Oakland's been dominant compared to Bay Area, or more dominant in the same teams that they faced and had better chances. So that's where I think Oakland that's why they're the higher seeded team, and that's where I see Oakland pulling ahead.
All right, looks like they're ready to start. These guys, no patience.
I immediately see something different from last week, though. Soliver is pushed back to CM rather than Cam.
Boris putting the weight on himself.
Yeah, I noticed that immediately when it was pulled up.
Boris is at Cam. I mean, we're gonna dissect this game back and forth, so here we go. Game 1 of the playoffs.
I think the big factor here is really going to be Madman. Will Madman give up a penalty in this game?
You have that too.
I think he is most likely to give one up. I think it's really a 52 to 48% chance that he gives one up.
Well, they're finishing the season in style.
All right, we'll get a little bit of game volume. Let me turn down this music. It's playoff time. It's finally here.
Bay Area starts off with the ball. Oakland with... No, wait, no. Their colors are weird. Why is... Okay. Oakland's actually in white. That's weird. I hate these colors.
Alright, so let me go ahead and share this video a bunch.
So Oakland starts off with the ball, and it's in the box. There's a header and a good save.
Arcarito doing what he does. Dude makes a lot of good saves.
He seems to position himself well. It's not really like it's spectacular save, but he just has very good positioning, it seems like. Soliver with the ball, up to Eroz. Try to get it to Grumpy Zach.
Well, we know he didn't shoot it.
Does he ever?
Yeah, right. My head was down.
There's an early yellow for Grumpy Zach, so he's got to be careful. Don't want to lose him, especially early in the game.
Definitely not. He is... It's like Everton a couple years ago when they had Lukaku. He's like their only hope.
Yeah.
And Boris has put himself as a young Ross Barkley.
And Eros turns the ball over.
Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me. How are you ahead of me? You're not ahead of
I
me.
don't know, because I'm in the Skype. It's off of your screen.
Sad. Giving the ball away now.
I'm sure.
Plenty of width for the team
So
to
you tell me
execute.
how I'm ahead of you.
Tito just got the ball. They threw down the
Sent
wing.
forward. Yeah, no, I think we're about the same.
Uh-oh.
Grumpy Zach with the ball in the box.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't
Good
know
tackle
why.
by that guy.
I know, Alan, this is one of your favourite.
There's another early yellow. 2 early yellows in this game on both sides of the ball.
Having let the play go on earlier.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to give the advantage to the team in possession. He did that, but he
All
also
right, let me
punished
go
the
ahead and
offender.
post this everywhere.
Waiting for the cross to come in.
Corner's taken. Nodded back across goal.
Grumpy Zach. Oh, good save on the line by the defender.
That's the great thing. He did not give up on it and got back just in time.
Oliver to Boris.
In quickly.
And nothing comes of it. Boris gets the ball back, though. Sent to Soliver, to Grumpy Zach, still retaining possession. Back to Boris. They're having very good position game right now.
Woo! Yeah.
Autocorrect comes out and gets the ball, though.
Man,
That was a decent...
Oakland.
Really trying to use the full width of the pitch here.
This would suck for Oakland after such a good year to lose to Cinderella.
Oakland's just... It doesn't seem like they came ready to play. They're kind of staying behind. They're playing defensive. They're not going really on the attack, it seems like. The Bay Area is just playing position ball, and it's working.
They moved Madman to center back and not left back.
And that'll be a throw.
So...
We'll see how it turns out.
Saw it coming.
Looks good for Bay Area right now.
Yeah, Bay Area seems to really be on the attack, and like I said, Oakland just is letting them play the possession game, and it's just they haven't really put the pressure on them at all.
So they're going towards that back post, run on, do it. They got him overloaded. They got Purple out wide. There he is. Oh, he didn't hit it hard enough.
No. Oakland really needs to make a push here. They need to get something from this possession, a shot or something, because Bay Area's just dominated this game so far.
Bay Area doesn't look like the underdog, that's for sure.
No.
Just moving the opposition around, maybe trying to wear them out by putting them to chase.
Hey,
There's a
Jordan.
good play.
Oh!
There's a goal!
Well, that is a desperate moment.
Cross it in and see what happens.
Trying to get the title clinched today. Obviously, there will be other opportunities.
El
but they wanted to
Brujo.
do the job today, and that might not happen.
Trill
No, a little
doing
bit
what he's done all season.
to play.
Jordan, this is actually for Americans. So go ahead and join that Facebook group. Find a squad. We're in the playoffs now, but playoffs will be over next week, and everyone will have dreams of getting into next season's playoffs.
Looking for an opening.
Push for Brez.
Controlled build-up.
Oh, trying to get the ball into the box. It looked like it was to Eraz, but nothing came of it.
In goes the corner.
Oh, back post. Oh, get a shot.
The shot's up. Good block. That's proper clearance. Well
Ball
done.
sent forward.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Good hold
that
up.
looked like a problem could have came of it, but yeah, great hold up play.
Adelante.
They're smart. They're playing smart now.
See it.
I think once they got that goal in, I think they kind of have settled in now and realized what they need to do. But Bay Area still was dominating so far, so they may be able to get back to that also.
Gonna be float. Uh-oh.
They're playing around the back too much right now, it seems, though.
Yeah.
That throw is
And we saw how playing in the back worked out for Expression. So let's see how
sloppy work, really.
if they step it up here.
Yeah,
Martial.
right. Playing in the back does not wait to anything good.
They're pushing forward again.
Oh, wow. Way to get position right there.
Cleared the ball.
Slow
All
it
right,
down. Slow it down.
let's see if Bay Area can pull something out of this.
There you go, Soliver.
It's Unger.
Work it around.
Yoshida.
No, no,
That is
Yoshida.
not what you want to happen.
Executed with enough
Yoshida, what are you doing?
It feels like Bay Area's CBs can't take the pressure when they have the ball at all.
One more, one more, one more, one more, one more. Too late.
Got the tackle in.
He tried to force a pass there where there was three guys marking him instead of taking the wide option on the outside.
And he even held it too long. That eventually wasn't an option either.
Crowd,
Yeah.
maybe expected a bit more, but it's 2 added minutes.
We'll see if Bay Area can turn it around
He's given possession
in the
away
second
here.
half. But they didn't play bad. They just
Signaled by the referee.
They didn't. They just
The half-time
conceded
once.
a goal.
But the problem is, I think they're playing around the back way too much. Their center backs aren't comfortable with the ball and being pressured. You can see they had the possession and they had the same amount of shots on target, and they even had more tackles. But the thing is, they're playing around the back way too much to actually get the ball forward, and then the center backs are losing it.
4-3-3 versus a narrow. Passing, pretty good, 79-84.
If Bay Area wants to pull this off, they have to get the ball forward and out of their center backs or off their center backs' feet, because that's really what's plaguing them right now. And their defense also has to put more pressure on Oakland when they're in their box, because they got in there and just easily scored.
Go me fool, good turn.
Griffin.
Grumpy Zach.
It's unlike him really to play the ball.
Oh, we tried to
the opposition.
force something there.
Yeah, it's a little
Good wide
early.
option.
It's a little early for that, but if the desperation's starting to sink in.
Oh,
Goal.
there it is.
That's just why you can't be too
Passive.
well, like that pass that Zach did. You gotta kind of stick to the game plan. You can't be too like aggressive too early because you come back. That turnover led to that. You know what I mean? Where if you would just played slow, played build up, it would have been okay. But other backs are really against the wall.
Keita. That's an easy cutout for the opposition. Saw the pass coming.
I think Oakland wins this now. I mean, they can just play their game and.
Yeah, Oakland could just do anything they want right now and easily pull off the win.
But we've seen Bay Area do this. Oh.
I think Oakland's defense is just too good that once they get up 2-0 here, I don't think Bay Area can get back in it. I think they may be able to get one goal back, but I don't see them getting two.
Zach started to make those runs that are dangerous.
Saw the pass coming and got there first.
See if his team can actually use them though.
Here's a chance to just stretch the opposition.
Oh,
with a
good
bit of width.
turn. Trill.
Trying to get behind the defenders to get in a good cross.
Uh-oh.
Shooting chance.
Nice play.
Good defensive clearance there.
Jeez. Oakland relentless right now.
It's up.
And shoots.
Goal.
Oh,
It's over.
Oh, I didn't even see it go in. I thought it hit the side net.
Wow. Upper 90 near post.
Came close to goalkeeper. Actually did get a touch on it. But I think
Wow.
it was a pretty good effort.
I really thought it had hit the side net. Great shot.
I don't think you can blame the keeper.
I think that one's on the keeper for letting that one in, truly. He gave him way too much room on that near post.
Well, Cinderella story is over.
Martial.
It's going to take too much to come back now.
Yeah, no, I don't see any possible way for Bay Area to get back in this. I think that they are probably feeling defeated right now, especially once the second goal went in. But the moment that third one just went in, you could probably hear the sighs in everyone's voice as
Yeah.
it just put the nail in the coffin.
Cut out by the defender.
That was, I don't know what that pass was, though. Oakland is starting to make some mistakes now, though. I think it might be too late, but they're turning the ball over a lot.
Wonderful interception.
Oh, Eros with a shot.
I don't know if that was more of a shot or he tackled the ball to the keeper.
Just a quick check on the clock, and there are 20 minutes to go.
Wow, I'd like to thank all 280 of you guys tuning into the stream. Appreciate it.
Cleared it well.
Playoffs brings the people out.
Madman's up in the midfield.
Four on the ball. Four. Keita.
Man.
I think Bay Area just needs to score at least one goal here. I think if they go away without scoring any, then they're really going to feel resentment towards their team. I think they just need to at least get one goal here. Because they probably won't be able to come back with only 15 minutes left. But getting one goal, it will at least boost their morale some.
Silent wins.
Sad.
I don't know where it went wrong. I don't know. It was just those goals, but I don't know. This is.
Here's a chance to whip it in.
Yeah, this is not.
Do you think he's mad at himself for some of the decisions he made lineup-wise tonight that were changed from last week?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he thought. But
there are no signs here, Alan, are there?
well, you choose your lineup at the end of the day, and it is what it is. But I'm really not sure what they could have done.
I mean, if you... But I feel like with the lineup that they had last week, they had momentum with that lineup, being as it got them into the playoffs. Why not stick with that?
Oh, there's
no
four.
Now it's just insult to injury at this point.
Oakland in a rout.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the business, isn't it? Between the sticks, if you make a mistake, quite often it ends up with a goal.
Paul, I'm not sure anyone can understand your accent. But you probably would be a lot better than me for sure. We're on Skype, bro, if you want to come through. We got game 2 here in 45 minutes.
Who's going to be in that game?
We got Detroit versus New York City.
I think I have to go with Detroit for that game.
Yeah. If New York City, doesn't have a game plan, they could very much be in the same fate as Bay Area. Oh, nice.
Good turn.
Here we'll see what they can manage from the corner. Corner played into the middle. Still heading for goal.
He did well to get to the ball first. It's the best I can say.
4-0 Oakland. It looks like the next road will be. Well,
can Bay Area use this last attack to get a score? No, they turn it over. It could be goal 5.
Clear it out, clear it out, end it.
Well, they managed to dig themselves out of a pretty deep
Trying to make a push. Nope, and there it is. Oakland pushes through to the next round.
So today,
Oakland will then play the number 4 squad, won't they? Since they're the highest ranked that didn't make it. Isn't that El Paso that they play?
No, Oakland will play one of the top 4 remaining. Oh, yeah, maybe El Paso.
Because I think since they're the highest ranked team to get through, they'd play the lowest of the top 4, so they'd play the 4 seed.
I would love to hear the reactions from the losing squad. Oh, well,
Call Boris
pretty sure
or
we can,
Soliver.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we can make that happen. Actually, let's try to get Boris in here. See what he has to say about this lineup. Silent got silenced. Oh, there's a headline for you.
No, they would play. Oakland will play Unkind. Unkind is ranked 4th. So that's going to be their next round matchup. And Unkind now know who they play.
See if Boris wants to enter a post-game interview, or if it's too soon. $3.5 Boris. Come on, everyone knows that's a glitch. Leave the guy alone. What are you gonna learn today? Well, I mean, we've been saying Bay Area lost, but at the end of the day, Oakland won, and they should be getting more credit.
Yeah, Oakland just took it, and they had the game from... It started off with Bay Area had it. After, like, the first 15 minutes, though, Oakland just took it from there and just dominated the rest of the game. So hats off to Bay Area for making it here, but Oakland was just by far the better team in the end.
You don't have to report stats anywhere if that's what you guys are wondering. Waiting for one of these guys to join us on a Skype call so we can talk over this match that just took place. Wow. Oakland makes a statement.
And again, it does set, for those from Unkind watching and Oakland, if any of them are here yet, they will be facing each other in the next round. The 4 and 5 seed going at it.
We're joined by Madman right now, it seems. What do you gotta say about that performance?
Overall, that was a good team performance. We played our game. We played the way that we wanted to play.
Whoa.
That's what we do. On to the next one. GG's to Bay Area. They are a good team. They gotta fight.
The bigger story is we just had Boris join us.
That's
Oh no, the somber voice.
Uh-oh. GG's, Boris. Love you as always.
GG's, man.
Boris, what went wrong, man?
I don't know. It wasn't connecting.
Wasn't connecting. You know
What fact?
Go ahead.
What factored into your lineup decisions tonight? Because there were some changes from last week with the lineup that got you into the playoffs.
Well, we just wanted to try something new. We were having formation difficulties, and I was talking with DK and Zach, and this is formation that we just settled on.
Yeah, in the first half, you guys dominated, and then they got a goal out of nowhere.
That's I know.
And then the momentum completely switched. After that goal, the momentum was completely in their favor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that great of a goal, where you think it would switch the momentum that much, but
it's just our morale went down. We weren't talking as much after that goal as well.
keep the momentum.
I felt like we got a lot of lag in the box as well with them, but it's whatever.
Well, It sucks
I mean,
to see.
I'm proud of my team. We made it to playoffs. Of newcomers that we never played with, we made it pretty far. So I'm proud of them.
Nice. So what do you got in store for next season?
We'll just have to find out.
I hear you're leaving Bay Area. Have you guys settled on a new team yet, or what's going on?
We're still thinking which team it should be. Just we didn't want to be Bay Area anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot that comes along with that, with the streams, the posting, and
yeah.
Well, Boris, I won't take up too much more of your time. Unfortunate for the Cinderella season to be over. I mean, the playoffs started for you guys last week, so you did get one playoff win in my book.
Yeah.
Then next season, hopefully, get you a little deeper into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Best of luck to everybody in the playoffs then.
For those, see ya, Boris. Good games, man. Good season. For those in the comments, though, asking for the results, Oakland just beat Bay Area 4-0. That moves Oakland on to the next round, in which they will face Unkind in a 4 versus 5 seed matchup.
Interesting.
Wow. Really, that early?
Yeah. Well,
jeez.
Because you said what happens is the winners move forward to face the top 4. So the lowest of the top 4 is Unkind, and so they're gonna face the highest of the bottom 4, which is Oakland.
Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
So looking at the stats, Unkind finished the season with 24 wins to Oakland's 23. Unkind had 5 draws. Oakland had 7. Unkind had 9 losses. Oakland only had 8. Unkind scored 89 goals. Oakland scored 83. Unkind let in 38. Oakland let in 43. So Unkind finished with a 51-point differential, or goal differential, and Oakland with a 40 goal differential. And they were only 1 point separating them.
Dude, that's so nuts. Dude, this is so nuts. Unkind Oakland in the second round? Oh, there's no easy games left. It's over. It's playoff time.
It's playoff time, baby. It's playoff time.
Yeah, like, there's no easy games left. Throw it out the window. You're not
Is it
gonna
one? Beta, the first round is one game. Yes, Alex, it is very competitive when it comes to playoffs.
Yeah, so for those asking, these games, the first round are all one leg. It's just one game. You play all the way through the game. There's no home and away. The next round with the last 8 remaining teams will be 2 legs, with aggregate mattering and home and away goals and all of that.
trying to put it on the side, Oakland 4, Bay Area 0, but it's not working that well.
So coming up, we have Detroit versus New York City. Looking at the stats from them, Detroit finished with 22 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses, 61 goals scored, and 28 let in. And they finished with a goal differential of 33 with 75 points. So third place, from 3rd through 6th place was all 1 point in between each team also. So, yeah. So Detroit, that was Detroit's stats for the season. New York City had 14 wins, 9 draws, 15 losses. They they scored 53 goals, but let in 71. So they have a negative 18 goal differential and finished with 51 points on the season. And they finished their season with a losing streak of 3 games.
That's a lot of L's.
It is, and a lot of goals let in too.
Sure.
So I think Detroit's just gonna take this game.
I'd have to agree with that. They kick off in about a half hour.
Any post game questions from the fans for Madman while I'm here?
Oh my god.
And while Madman's taking over, I'm gonna hop out of here because
I mean, we got time.
So.
You know, you guys want to know some tactics? It's like, let me stop. Stay humble.
We should be joined by your goalkeeper autocorrect here in a second.
He should be joining any minute now. I guess he's still cleaning his boots. I came straight from the field. No time. I hopped on the plane. He probably is coming in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was just a great job by Oakland.
Thank you. Shout out to Oakland, man. These guys, you know, I'm gonna be like Ronaldo. These guys are the best teammates I've had. And I've been on some good teams. And these guys, it feels like we actually are a family over here.
Alrighty, we'll see if Batman feels the same way once they lose to Oakland. Or Unkind. Throwing it out there.
I mean, spoiler alert, hot take. We beat Unkind in a friendly before our match tonight.
Oh, friendly. Oh, dude. Who brags? Who says anything about friendlies?
I'm just saying.
I'll take your practice, right? I'm gonna take Unkind over Oakland.
All right, we'll take him. I'll lose that day.
I mean, we can discuss a friendly wager on that.
We can, if my team agrees to it.
Danny Leon, he's lying. I avoid Christian Allen at practice.
Can't avoid me at practice if he don't show up to practice. Oh,
that's funny.
I'm my own hype man. Say nah, Marshall, you know you love me.
Alright, we're
everybody loves me at the end of the day.
We're just waiting on oh, why is it like that? So weird.
Any lineups been posted about these two teams?
Not yet. I don't think so. Not yet.
Alright, I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Alright, yeah.
Let's see what's taking Otto so long.
We got a half hour before the next game, so we'll be here.
Hello.
Hello, Otto.
Joined. Oh, Otto did just join. There it is. What's up, Otto?
Hey, guys.
Coming off the clean sheet.
That's right. Just another day. Just another dollar.
So, how far can Oakland really go, realistically?
Well, I definitely think we'd take Unkind, for sure. I mean, we beat them the last 4 times we played, so... statistically, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. They're definitely a good team, though. I mean, there's a reason why we scrim them, because their playstyle lets us really kind of work on our tactics. So they're a good side. Not sure who else we would play after that. I mean, obviously every team from here on out is going to be competitive and is going to be looking to get the win. So I think there's really no way to tell too much. I mean, GRFC, yeah, we know. They're a top team. They're undefeated, pretty much. So, I mean, of course, one time we beat them, but they're really, really good. I have a lot of respect for GRFC. And of course, Orange County can also. I mean, they're also got some great talent in there. I think consistency is going to be kind of their biggest issue. You know, sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're cold, but they've got so much talent that I think in the long run they're going to make a pretty decent run for the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh man. So who do you got in this next game, Detroit or New York City?
Well, interestingly enough,
Yo,
if you look, actually,
I just got in a phone call, Danny.
Okay.
It's
What?
Did you guys still need me?
Who's this?
Just Oscar.
Oh, this is
Oh.
Oscar. Welcome to the chat.
Oh.
We have Oakland's manager here with us, guys. The one
Oh,
and only
nice.
Tell
Oscar
us.
Garcia.
Wow, was Madman talking shit or what about the other team?
Tell us, Mr. Garcia, what's the recipe to creating a winning side?
I'm
Is
pretty
the
sure
recipe-
Danny has a lot of questions for
Get
Mr.
yourself a
Garcia.
Brazilian striker, get
Let the
yourself an
manager answer
English
the
striker,
questions.
and an American striker.
Wait, repeat that. Danny was talking.
No, honestly, bro, I think the key about it is just getting your players to be committed, bro. Getting them to show up every single practice, not just practices, but being on time and taking the game serious. Because not a lot of players do, and us just sticking together through the whole season. Not wanting to go play somewhere else. Respecting each other overall, bro. Like in the field or at the field, I don't really have problems with any of them. And it's easy to talk to my guys, so that's probably
That comes from you guys having played together, right? Maybe not in this league, but in previous league, right?
This is our first time playing together as a team, and ever together. It's actually my first time managing a team. There's a lot of talent out there, bro, that doesn't play pro clubs. It's just finding the right players to the right position. It's like at the beginning of the season, we tried playing a different formation with the cam when we truly didn't have a cam. They were running 16, so we just decided to switch to 3 on top, and ever since then we haven't looked back. But like I said, man, it's just finding the right players. I switch players a lot. If a guy's playing better than somebody else, I don't care if his rating's higher or lower, whatever it is. I'm gonna pick the guy who's playing better. Like right now, we picked up Firmino. He holds the ball very well. He knows to time the ball, and he doesn't mind if I take him out the next game after he scores a hat trick or not. And I think that's what's easy to manage these guys. They know when they get their chance, they gotta take advantage of it.
What do you think? Because I mean, towards the beginning of the season, you guys were doing so well, and then suddenly the light switch kind of happened. You guys kind of came in the second part of the first part of the season, and you just kind of made a huge difference.
I think everybody just believes we're a crossing team, which we're not. I think we just take advantage of our options. If your team is not letting you go through in the middle, well, you're gonna get hit the wings, and if it's not hitting you, he's not letting you go through the wings. Well, you're gonna hit the middle. It just comes down to what team you're playing, what formation they're playing. It all comes down to that. I believe it's very tough trying to stop a team with 3 in the top. And I feel like most teams, all they do is play with 2 strikers and a cam. And
Right.
I believe the cam in this game just doesn't exist. Not this FIFA.
Interesting.
It's not the same.
Interesting.
That's just my view.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Cam is non-existent in this game.
To me. Sorry, Danny. I know you play cam.
Well,
Sorry, I know you play cam, but nothing against any cam. It's just I just feel like the cam role is very tough.
Dude, it is. Because, at USA, I'm finding a hard time finding a backup cam that we actually just went with a striker who is passive to play cam. Dude, they're hard. A good cam is very hard to find.
Yeah.
And then you have to be someone that's willing to deal with the 3.8 rating.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Your rating is non-existent in this game as a cam. And depending on formation you're running, and also, just like you said, you need to find the right cam. To me, at the beginning of the season, I had one guy that was a cam that I wanted to sign, and he didn't want to play. He didn't want to play in general. So it's tough. To me, it's tough. I need a cam.
I just got some breaking news. This is really big news. Matt DeHaan, Canada's best, he'll be stepping down from managing at the end of the season.
Oh wow!
Got a lot going on. Ready to slow down, just be a player for a little bit.
Is he still gonna stick to the same team?
I think they are dispersing.
Okay, that sucks to hear.
I'm not sure though. It's not positive. But it's pretty crazy.
Well, who's our next opponent for Oakland at least?
Put both of the garbage
Oh, really?
there.
Okay. Okay,
I
fine.
can't walk around, so I put the recycling, which
Yeah.
is a smaller one, by
Yeah.
yours.
Okay.
I still can't.
Danny, do you
walk
know who
around
our
the other
opponent is
side.
next?
So if your
Okay.
vehicle's too close to the right, I can't walk in and stuff.
My car's parked the same exact
No,
position
I'm-
it's always been.
I'm
So.
just saying that if it does slide over,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Right
not
now,
like
I
that
have to
cat
go-
out of the bag too soon.
Okay.
That was not a final decision,
All right.
apparently.
so it's just a tight fit.
Yeah. It's okay. Fine. Got it. I'm doing a interview. I'm doing an interview right now. So.
Well, have a good night, guys. I'm out.
Oh, you're out?
Well, I just figured that I didn't hear you guys talk anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I was
do you
looking
know?
at,
Do you
I
know?
was looking
Do
at
you
my
know who our
phone.
okay? Do you know who our opponent is next? Did on time?
I believe they said you were going to be playing El Paso.
El Paso. Okay.
And then when they told me that, it was just like, there's literally no easy games left if you guys are playing El Paso.
Play Unkind.
Oh, Unkind?
Fourth seed from the first four plays the highest seed from the bottom bracket. So mathematically, we play Unkind.
4 versus 5.
Yeah,
There you go.
and they'd be the home team. So hopefully they have a good internet.
Should be a fun game.
We're still 20 minutes away from kickoff with Detroit, New York City.
Well, I just want to say shout out to all my team for showing up tonight, guys. Good job. Way to make it look easy. And see you guys later then.
You guys did for sure. Oakland, yeah. Good luck in the next round. Looks like you'll be playing Unkind.
Yeah, we played them tonight for friendly.
That was a good game for us to watch with autocorrect last week. So now with the playoffs at stake, and they could send autocorrect home.
Wow, some bias here. Detecting a little bit of bias in Danny.
I highly doubt they're gonna send us home, bro. But I mean, I wish them luck.
I highly doubt.
Let's talk about this bias, Danny. Let's talk about this bias you've had against us ever since the very beginning.
Nah, it's not bias. I just everybody, has their own team they prefer. I understand that, but we played them several times. They're a good team. I'm not saying they're bad at all. They're a great team. They're one of the best teams in the league. But I just feel like we have that one step ahead of them. That's all.
So this thing with Oakland is, like Nova Pac in the midfield, I think is a joke. Madman at times can be a.
Nova Pac doesn't play midfield for me though. He played. He only plays that one friendly against the U.S. just because I didn't have enough players. But he's a backup left back for my team. That's what I signed him for.
And then Batman's a liability sometimes, and it's kind of like a joke. But I think that's
I
why
don't
he
know.
knocks.
I think you guys are just. I don't know. I think I see what you guys are. I don't know. I don't know the past with Madman, but I mean he's showing up every single time he's played with us. He's done good. I don't really have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, that's my manager. That's my manager. Yeah.
But
I mean, he hasn't shown any downside to him since he's been with us.
Probably scored more goals this season than Danny did.
Probably not.
Alright, I'll be back.
No, but Batman's had a history of being a liability. Maybe it'll pop up, maybe it won't. But
I just have a bad moment.
I think that's my only bias against Oakland. And then we joke about Batman a lot.
Yeah, that's.
Because they haters. They hate you when they can't beat you.
All right, guys.
Especially
So have a good
Cozy.
night.
My biggest fan is
All
Cozy.
right.
All right, get out. Take
Good night, Oscar.
Christian with you.
All right, let's go.
All right, should we talk about the next matchup here?
Detroit. New
Yeah,
York
so I
City.
was trying to find the head-to-head record for these teams, but the schedule disappeared because the season's over, so I can't see the schedule.
Yeah. So I actually found it.
And when I went game by game, I didn't see it. Detroit. I didn't see that they even played each other. Maybe I was going too fast, but I didn't see it.
Who?
Detroit and New York City.
Actually, Detroit in the last pairing beat them 2-0-3-1.
Yeah, I spoke with New York City's manager earlier, and he knows they got their work cut out for them.
But interestingly enough, so here's the thing.
Don't get me wrong, New York City's not a bad team, though. I don't think they're a bad team.
Yeah, and the funny thing is statistically, I was looking at the stats. Statistically, they actually performed better against Detroit than they did other teams. So actually, against the really top teams, they actually performed better. So, for instance, they lost 0-1 and tied 1-1 versus GRFC, and then they barely lost 1-2, 1-0 to Orange County in the last matchups. And then, of course, Detroit 2-0-3-1, 1 or 2 goal difference. So you're seeing, but then they play the other teams and they get blown out 6-0, 5-1, etc. So it's interesting that they're able to kind of come back.
Have they started already?
No.
Game doesn't start until another 15 minutes, right?
Right.
Oh, this is an old video you're showing us.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up an old video. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so that's what I think is kind of interesting. So we may see them actually putting forth a much stronger side than we think. It may not just end up being a blowout.
News story, boom. I'll just make this full.
Detroit's a non-esport, non-partner team, right? So they're the highest ranking 11 side. They held on to the number 3 spot for quite a long time, too. And then they kind of, in the last few games of the season, they kind of dipped down, lost some points. But they held that number 3 spot consistently for a few weeks, at least. And so, I mean, they're also not, they don't grab the headlines as much either. They're a little bit under the radar. But again, they still tend to dominate a lot of their sides. And it seems like actually here, Brian from work leading the team in goals with 16 goals, but Frankie Din's actually not far behind with 13. So it seems like they've got an even pair where they distribute the goals across these two guys.
Up in the top right, I'm just gonna have the last time these games was played. Just some footage of the last game they played. Looks like it was only a week or two ago. So they're November 28th. So
yeah,
this isn't one of the teams they played back in October, so it's recent memory. And Detroit, I mean, they pretty much same formation, same people every game. They don't switch it up very much.
Yeah, you can see also that they like to play the wides. So their guy is always sitting out wide. So this creates a lot more space in the midfield so that they give themselves an option, both a wide option, but it creates those gaps in the midfield so the midfielder can play around easier too.
Retweets. That's funny. Do I have any tweets coming in? I never even thought to think of that.
Who are we grabbing the stream from?
I got this coming from Detroit.
Okay.
You should be able to see it on my Skype, though.
I don't.
I'm sharing my screen.
How do I do that? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So we're going to use this then for the show. All right. Got it.
Yeah,
I think I did message them about turning off the in-game commentary as well. So
nice.
The only problem I see sharing your screen is your frame rate's really like choppy. Same thing. But I've got actually the Twitch link.
Yeah, it's Jim Brown 19.
Is the delay going to be the same? So I'm not like commenting on stuff before you guys are seeing it.
I don't know. The only way we do is to match it up with Skype.
Yeah, I would need. I guess we would all have to be commenting off your Skype because that would be the only way to ensure. It's fine. It's a little jittery for me, but it's cool. It's fine. We can do it.
What formation do they use? Detroit goes with a 4-3-3. I'm pretty sure. And then New York, I'm not sure what they play with. I want to say New York uses a weird formation. But I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything on Twitter.
Alex is really trying to get us to talk about something in here. Let's see. My manager just came here and told you guys the formation that we run with. So if you didn't hear that, I'm sorry. As a player, I would not release that information. Danny, what's your favorite formation to use?
My favorite formation is 4-3-3.
Attacking, defending, false line, holding.
Depending who's playing, I do like the false nine, but I like attacking. Only because the cam has like free reign to like make anything happen. But yeah, that's probably my favorite formation.
Quick sound check. How's the sound? Am I coming in okay?
Yeah, you're crystal clear.
Great.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, I think New York needs to just park the bus and don't play with it at the back, but just long ball. I don't think New York can stand toe to toe with Detroit, and I think play some long balls. You try to stop Brian from work, cut off the passes to him, and then hopefully pull out a W. So who are some of the people to watch on New York City? I only know their goalkeeper. Who happens to be their manager.
On New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say watch Andres Moreno. Team high of 77 intercept passes and 41 tackles.
They must be like their CDM.
Yeah, he's a defensive player, so I would just way high amount of intercept passes. So he's obviously good at reading the passing lane. So I mean that's going to be important because I think any kind of attack, as you were mentioning, is probably going to have to come from a counterattack for New York.
He's their right back.
Okay, yeah.
And right as we say that, he got an interception. All right, 9 minutes till kickoff. Detroit versus New York City. It should be a good one. Detroit comes over from VPN. We have heard of the team's elite technique and real resistance. They decided to leave VPN, combine teams, come over to VPGA. Glad to have them. They are VPG Detroit. And then if you plan on playing the ladder leagues, they're going to be known as, I believe, Resistance FC. They're gonna be a tough team to come up against in those ladder leagues, or the ladder league, I should say, since it is just one global league, which is a great place to test your team's ability before joining a league. I would definitely hop on that ladder system to see how good your team really is before deciding to join these leagues. I think you should join the leagues regardless, no matter how good or bad you are. But the ladder system will give you an idea of kind of where you stand in competitive pro clubs. Um, I'll be playing for the coalition. We are in the middle of putting together our team. Um,
I don't have a ladder team yet, so still kind of looking for one. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oakland needs to get one together.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I think we've been talking about it, but not sure it's gonna happen.
It's so you know how like just now you guys played Unkind. You might as well make those ladder matches instead of friendlies. You know what I mean? Get some ranked matches in before the games. They're already scheduled. It's just yeah, that's what I gotta start teaching people about. It just sucks when your ladder team's not the same as your per se commercial. Freaking hate these commercials on Twitch now. And I've yet to sign up for Twitch Nitro or whatever.
Gotta make the money somehow.
Right. So, you know, they had Twitch Prime that was commercial free. I love that. I mean, I think I actually got Amazon Prime back just because of that. Because I was getting by with, if you go to Best Buy, they'll price match type of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, I don't really need Amazon Prime if they're going to price match. And I can pick it up same day.
Right.
But then they were like, well, now you get Twitch and no commercials. And I was just like, oh, well, then, yeah, I'll pay the whatever it is a month for Amazon for that.
Right.
Colt, breaking news. So when they just redid this. So first ladders were North American, UK, and then they redid it so that it was just global. Just so people could get used to it, because we haven't gotten as much action on the ladders as we know that it could be, because that's what VPG used to be. I used to come over here with VPN guys on the weekend and play like 6 hours worth of ladders on the weekend. So we combined them until, you know, people start figuring out how to use the ladder system, create a team, and then we combined them so, you know, there's more teams available, more games, etc. So once that gets clicking, then we can finally separate it back out to North American and UK. But right now, a global leaderboard is very enticing. If you ever wanted to play the big teams from Europe, the QPR, the Season, who else is another big team? Equality. If you want to play those big name teams, you gotta start getting these ladder matches in. We've been recruiting for so long, but I mean, it's time to start playing games. It's time to start building up those ladders, get your name towards the top, so you can compete against the best. And there's money at stake too. I think there's $250, 250 euros. So that's like more in American dollars. I don't know what the conversion is, but more. I'll tell you that. So yeah. We got to figure out might be a squad limit. Gotta look into that, but yeah, definitely check out ladders.
How many teams are currently signed up for the ladders? Do you know?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick. I think there was 50 something last time I checked.
Oh wow! So then you're gonna have all these divisions and stuff, I imagine. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, something like that.
Well, ladders work a little bit. I mean, so with these ladders, you basically move up this ladder, then you play people in relation to where you're at, so to speak.
Okay.
How it randomly match makes you when you. So if you say you're available at 3 p.m. and 5 teams say that they're randomly available at 3 p.m., it's gonna play. It's gonna put you against a team that's closest in relation to you on the ladder.
Okay.
PS4 Pro Clubs ladder. Okay, yeah, there's still 50 teams. Yeah. Oh, looks like QPR started playing some ladders. QPR, they won their first ladder game 5-1.
Yeah, imagine in the beginning, you're going to start playing some pretty crappy teams, and then it'll kind of even itself out.
Right. So, yeah, hop on that.
Because the thing about ladders is because it's point based, right?
Right.
So there are ways to gamify it as well too, and I know there've been because it's pure points based. It's not really there's no real strong matchmaker system or anything. So I guess after a certain amount, you're gonna get some good players, but in the beginning, you're gonna get some teams that you'll just steamroll.
Yep.
Because it's pure points based. It's not really there's no real. And then next season, for VPGA, anything you can share with us as far as we know? There's 16. You said 16 new teams coming in. There's some European franchises that are coming in as well.
Right.
What does it mean for the U.S. side, though? Are there more USL teams coming in you can tell us about, or anything like that? New esport teams? Because you've got teams like Detroit and Oakland who are high-performing teams, but they're not esport or they're not. USL teams.
I spoke with Oakland today. We have some teams that we'll be reaching out to for Oakland. Detroit has their eyes on one team. We will be speaking to that team too.
So tell us a little bit more about how this process works when you get these teams kind of interested. These are USL teams. Are they reaching out to you? Are they actual like people from the club, or are you reaching out to them? How does it kind of process work to get a USL team involved in VPGA?
Okay, so for Orange County, someone got wind of their owner was an avid FIFA player. This wasn't the reason why we went after him, but we went after him because Colt is from Orange County.
Right.
And so I sent them an email explaining who I was, what I was from, what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably like 15 months ago.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, the Orange County thing took I want to say it took 8-9 months to come to fruition.
Why did it take so long? What were the factors?
Orange County just not knowing if they wanted to do it or not. What really do these pro club teams have to gain from paying someone to play a video game?
Oh wow! So it was even way back to that kind of discussion. Why should we do esports?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Everyone you can say, "Hey, go Google esports, dude. You're gonna just see that it's gonna get big."
Where have you been?
But at the end of the day, it's does it make how is my club gonna make money off of this team? Or some of these clubs are okay, so let's say we get an esports team. How are you gonna pack my stadium?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm coming from a place of, we got 70 people, 80 people, 100 people, 200 people watching our pro club stream. How the fuck am I gonna fill out a 5,000 seat arena or 8,000 seat arena? How do I do that? Can I promise you that, hey, we'll play pro clubs and when we have our postseason, I'm going to convince 300 people to fly down to Texas and put on a Pro Clubs event, and yeah, I'll get 10,000 people to come watch. You know, so it's been a long process of refining my pitch to cater to what these clubs are actually looking for. And we are able to do that because this is going to get big. It already is big, but with the backing of these clubs, it could get really big. Big enough to the point where EA can take notice and actually support it. That's the big thing. We need EA's backing. Without their backing, this doesn't go very far. If you got the people that are making the game that don't support it, you know, we're not going to get very far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it stays to where it is now, basically.
Right.
User run stuff, and yeah, because I mean, I feel like, you know, if you look at, you know, the NBA 2K league, the structure and the production value and stuff like that seems very easily, you know, translated over to FIFA Pro Clubs. It's just, instead of 5v5, it's 11v11. But as far as everything else, I feel like it could very easily be a good model for how Pro Clubs should go into esports. But obviously, right away from the beginning, they had the NBA basically said, you know, we're committed to this, and we've got X number of NBA teams already to sign up. So that's kind of the big difference right now.
Well, it appears Detroit didn't stream, and the stream actually started on New York.
Okay, so are we already in? We're already underway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, this is the production value of what we have. So this is what we're going for. All right. Well, let's jump right.
Oh
Jesus, man! Jesus, what are we? 5 minutes in already?
Okay. Yeah. Apparently we're in the game already. So let's get into it. We've got New York in blue, I believe, and Detroit in red. All right, so it looks like it's still 0-0. It's 9th minute, coming in the 10th minute. Looks like New York's working the ball around. A nice switch here to the left side. They've got the possession down right away, but a quick turnover and a long shot.
Oh, long shot.
Wow. I'm not sure if he actually meant to do that long shot. I think.
The ref calls it back for a foul. Oh, God.
A foul, yeah. So, you know, for the foul. Takes a free. Am I doing the play-by-play, or are you doing the play-by-play? Let's establish that right now.
Yeah, man, you gotta shut up.
Oh, okay, shut up.
No, it's fine. You can chime in at any point. I think one person needs to do play-by-play. Yeah, if you want to say something, go for it, man.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm not gonna call every single pass, but I think definitely, you know, we see the ball moving down the center. It looks like there's some quick turnovers. New York turning it over to Detroit on a bad side pass there. Looks like they're going to try to cross it over and control it from the right side. A long ball makes it, connects. Is he going to get the cross? And he does. First time touch. Goalkeeper comes out, and it makes a nice little touch there. Man, you think that's the best play there, that one-touch cross, or does he work it inside more?
All right, man. Stop talking now.
Okay, guys. Okay. All right. New York is bringing it to the top of the box, but he's getting flooded by defenders. Kicks it back out to the wide side, looking for that cross inside, maybe working inside pass. Does get it in, but it gets blocked pass, and there goes the turnover once again. A nice, calm, collected pass back to the goalkeeper. He's going to boom it straight out to the left side, looking for that left corner. Doesn't quite get it. Red is controlling it. Detroit's bringing it in. They're turning over the ball a little bit too much here, I feel like. They should probably control it, but it looks like they are going to get the ball inside. Looking for that little dinker pass. Gets intercepted by New York. They're going to control it and bring it back and do the switch. New York seems to do a lot of switches. What's the advantage of doing so many switches, Madman?
I just think when you do so many switches, you're able to spread the team out, and you get to open up the middle a little bit more, in my opinion. Okay,
yeah, great. Yeah, you can see them kind of fighting over. There's a shot goes in, gets blocked by the goalkeeper. Great shot there. Detroit's trying to kick it back out. They're looking for the counterattack on the outside pass. Some nice little action there on the skill moves. Looking for the long pass through, but a lot of traffic in that middle. That little Hail Mary pass up the middle. I'm not quite sure if that's how they want to build the attack. If you've got possession, work the ball a little bit more, I think. Use that outside. They are giving that outside. Nice little inside pass. They're trying looking for the cross. He's open! Doesn't get it. Hits the side net.
Side net.
Unlucky. What happened there? Looked like he just completely broke free there on that and got a completely open sort of volley on the net there. Bring him to the side. Completely open. Gets a nice defensive. Back to the center back. A little bit dangerous there. He's going to clear it out. Detroit's got possession again. They're pushing really hard here. They're working in. He's looking for that inside pass. Doesn't quite get it. Gets blocked by the LB, and they're going to bring it up. Quick counterattack. New York is looking for that open through ball. Doesn't quite get it there. A little bit hasty. I think there needs to be a little bit more patient. There comes the possession again in from Detroit. Look at that middle space that can work in that inside middle space there. Looking for that right side. The wings, I think they're really attacking that right side, man. Why would they be attacking the right side, you think?
Maybe they see a weakness within that right side, so they want to pick on that left back. They want to pick on that left back and and yes, they want to pick on that left side to see if they can score on that left side. Once the team figures out their opposing team.
Open shot. He comes in the shot. Oh,
save.
Was it safe? No, it wasn't touched at all by the goalkeeper. Just a fluff shot, completely open. The build up there. What happened is the weren't there on that middle side, and they just did a nice little ding pass in there. This Detroit is coming in really strong with attacks, but they're not finishing clinically. That's giving New York a chance to kind of recoup here. They're kind of building up the play again. Nice little side pass in. The middle's wide open. He's looking for a pass, but he gets repossessed by Detroit, and they're going to bring the ball straight up. Long ball. He's looking for the cross. Nice defensive clear there. I think
offside call on New York City.
Call.
We'd like to take a moment and welcome Viper to the studio.
How's it going, people?
Mr. Viper. Yeah, welcome to the studio. Looks like we got a hot and heavy game already. Detroit's playing really strong on that right side. They had a couple really good opportunities, a missed volley and a missed open shot on net. Not clinical enough, I think, for this Detroit side. Nice little restart there. Detroit wins it back again, but is depossessed immediately. New York working the ball in pretty well on that inside. They're going for the wides as well. They're trying to work that outside, but you can see Detroit closing the passing lanes, putting on a lot of pressure. That's forcing New York to go back. Nice little switch there, opening it up, and looks like that is it. F.
It's been a good first half so far.
What do you think about the missed chances that Detroit had to really put it should be 2-0 right now, no?
I don't think those chances are going to kill them as much. I still see them winning this game. It takes time to figure out your opponent, and it looks like they have figured out a game plan as far as like high pressure when they have the ball and playing it a little wide.
You're looking there, 51% possession by New York, though. So surprising that they're possessing the ball but not getting the shots in. One shot on target, it looks like.
I see Detroit making that extra push in this half.
Detroit definitely need to be more clinical with their chances, but New York need to really push to get more chances. Like I said, they've got all the possession. They've got more possession, but they're not creating too much with it.
Right. Okay, looks like we are back after a quick halftime break. Everybody's gotten their Gatorades drunk and their bananas eaten, so we're quickly into the game. There's a long booming pass in to the middle. Looks like Detroit's immediately attacking, but depossessed by New York. They're going to come in. They're looking for that side ball. Passes it back, looking for the switch. There it comes. Straight away to the wide side. He's not going to quite get to that ball. Runs out of play. Back in for Detroit, looking for the ball. And he's got several options there, looking for the nice pass. They're not afraid to pass back. They're not afraid to use that defensive backs to kind of switch the ball plays, change the pace up a little bit. They immediately lose possession, however, to New York, and that's a switch, and Detroit's in it right away. Ooh, almost got it in, but look at that ball back to the keeper. I tell you, as a keeper, that makes me nervous when I see that coming in, but he handled it quite well.
What a stop.
Nice little pass in there. He doesn't have anybody in front of him there, so he does have to slow down. He's looking for that through ball. Nice little through ball in. Cuts the defender out. Draws a little bit of foul, but the ref's going to keep playing. And there's a long ball in. You can see New York trying to work that middle. They're really trying to get in. He does do a little 1-2 ditty there. Still has possession of the ball. He's looking for that inside pass. Does get it in. Doesn't see anything else there, so they're going to recycle the play back out to the wides and then back to the CBs for another switcheroo. Oh, deep possession. Look at that right away. He runs and he's open on the right side. Brian for work looking for that cross. Maybe he's going to bring in for himself. He does get that inside pass. There goes the cross. Not quite in, but still back into the possession. Outside to a completely open left side. There comes in the cross. The goalkeeper snaps it up. Nothing there. Again, Detroit maybe a little bit hasty on that. He had all that space on the left side. Does he need to cross it right away? Can he bring it in, take that space, a little bit more dangerous on that inside? What do you guys think?
He could have brought that in a bit further. He had a lot more time than what he thought he did.
What a shot! What a goal!
What a goal! What a shot! Completely open. You saw that there. We don't have a replay system set up here, unfortunately. We're working on bare bones systems, but right there you saw how he's completely open, no pressure, was able to take a ripping shot, hit the top and underside of the post, went in, and there it is. Detroit 1-0. Does this open up the can of worms? Is this now going to be a runaway game? What do you guys think?
I think New York need to definitely do a bit better. Like I said, they've had more possession in this half as well so far, but they're just not creating enough.
Well, here he goes.
One here. We have a long ball.
Canning the ball in. Depossessed by Detroit once again. But here comes turnover. They're really putting the long balls in. Why would Detroit continue to put these long balls in? Why not work the ball around a little bit more? What are they afraid?
Detroit has noticed a weakness as far as the difference in pace between their strikers and the CBs. So those long balls over the top is where you exploit the pace through the speed difference between the two positions.
Right, that's a pretty good point, because if you notice, they're always sending that ball in the corner, and then they're looking to work the insides. Here comes the inside ball, is completely spaced, looking for the cross. Unfortunately, nobody there on that side. I think he could have taken that in a little bit more and maybe ripped a shot himself. So I think Detroit's getting a little bit rushed on some of these attacks, but they are getting a lot more chances this half than before. There comes a nice little inside pass. He's looking nice little ditty inside, gets completely smothered by the CBs. They clear it out to the middle, which gets knocked right back in by Detroit. Again, that top of that space on top of the circle is just open, and that left side, he's getting those passes in, and he's beating his defenders. There they take it back once again, depossess it. They are doing some intercepts. New York are intercepting some of these passes, but they're not able to maintain.
We got a little move going on for New York right now.
A little bit of movement. He's open on the left side. He's 1v1. He's at the top. He's getting smothered. He gets the ball inside. Looks for the shot. He's going to take the shot.
Wide right.
Wide right on that shot. Almost.
What a game.
It's back and forth.
We're in the 72nd minute, ladies and gentlemen.
And it is back and forth. That could have been right back in. But again, 1-0, guys, with some chances from New York here. This could go either way. If Detroit gets another goal here, that could put the game to bed. But right now, it's neck and neck, 1-0, Detroit, New York.
This game could definitely go either way.
New York's got it back right now. They're looking for that long ball. They're just tossing balls in. They're just lobbing those grenades in and then getting it back. But there's a foul, unfortunately. And then are they going for the quick restart? No, they're not. They're going to set up here and kind of reset, reorganize. New York needs to get the ball back and needs to get another chance in here as we approach the 80th minute. Ball goes out for a throw-in. It is Detroit's possession. Looks like a potentially giant throw. It does go in, but he's completely surrounded. There it goes. New York regains possession, going for the right side pass. He is looking to possess it a little bit, maintain the time, but this could be dangerous for them. They need the ball up front. There comes a long ball out to the center. It gets depossessed. Detroit coming in. Nice little ditty to the side. He's got some space, got some time. Two guys up front. He's getting attacked. He gets depossessed. Nice little turnover there. Look at the nice ball.
Oh my God, down on the left side.
Coming in, New York's looking for that little side ball. But gets the deflection.
Still there.
Comes out.
Keeper has it.
Goalkeeper did a nice job there recognizing that play and coming out for that nice long ball, but unfortunately nobody there. One thing you want to be careful to do is try to make your goalkeeper distributions to somebody. You know, if you're just kicking it straight out to the opposing team, they're just going to turn around and build the attack right away. Detroit's got it back, but they've only got one guy up front. Now two guys looking for the wide right. He's under heavy pressure. New York's decided to basically pressure the heck out of everything at this point. That left side is completely open, but he does get depossessed. New York's building an attack here. They could counter. He's looking for that little through ball inside. He does get it. Is he gonna beat his guy? He does get another ball through, but is depossessed by Detroit. So he's gonna look to clear it out. But does find his man. This is a 1v1, but the CB proves to be too strong. Nice little pass on the side. Oh, he makes a mistake.
Oh my God.
He's through.
Oh, Barrow.
He gets the ball through for the cross. He's going to come back inside. He's got all the defenders now again. That little chance goes by. He just gets, look at that. He just gets absolutely ganged up by New York. Nothing from that play, unfortunately. But New York is pressing them really hard here. It's the 90th minute. 3 minutes in injury time. This is the last chance for New York to get something here. They've played really well up until this point. They're just tossing balls in left and right. Detroit's got the possession here. 92nd minute, 1 minute. They got to get the ball back if they want anything from it. Trying to slide in. He's just using up the clock. We're down to the very end.
Over.
Oh my God.
Last corner. This could be the last play. Look at him using the time.
Yeah,
Look
hold it in the corner.
Look at him holding it in the corner.
You can't hold it in the corner. Oh my God.
Is that grounds for a default?
Is that grounds for default?
Is that grounds for a default? I'd say New York have a case on that.
I think, yeah.
You sure?
118 viewers. What do you guys think?
100%. They've got a case on that. He held it.
So what is the okay, folks? We've got a big.
Oh God!
Break. What is the rule here on this?
So the rule states, I'll read it verbatim for the people that don't know. Let me scroll to it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Actually,
rules.
Hold on. Let me find it. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Teams will not be allowed to time waste at end of games. Any team deemed to be time wasting will be handed an immediate loss pending review of video footage. Time wasting is considered going into the corner and holding/shielding the ball for the pure intent of killing time. You can do clock by passing, but not going to the corner. They had no intent of going to the corner and passing.
Not at all.
He clearly shielded the ball until it was out of bounds.
Is there a time? Is there a minimum of time that's considered to be time wasting, or is it just any attempt to go in the corner you think is immediate grounds?
So there's another catch to the rule. So short passes from a corner will not be considered as time wasting, and on the ball continues to be passed with the intent to make a play. So if he goes short and passes it, as the corner kicker passes it to the short player, if he makes another pass, then that's fine. But in this case, the guy just went short and shielded the ball.
Right.
There was no intent of him making that pass.
Yeah, and it was a good. I think 10 seconds. So the first part they were passing it, but then who was it in the last corner there that was just time wasting pure up? Who was that guy? Because to me it looked like definitely time wasting. So I think I'm with you guys. I think that this is definitely something that New York should submit to.
Yeah, will we get the question is, will we get the committee's decision on this controversy tonight?
Are they meeting on it right now? Somebody said that they're in the admin discussion.
Oh, Kels claimed they did it twice. I didn't see the twice.
I didn't see the twice one. I only saw the one. Because typically you're not going to time waste, until the very last bit.
Oh my God, they messed up big time.
Yeah, that's a huge mess up. Actually, that could actually cost them their playoffs.
I just want to know: does anyone think they didn't time waste?
Yeah, I mean,
no. To me, it definitely time wasted.
Yeah. I mean,
he didn't look to pass. He got the ball in the corner and he held the L2 button and nothing else.
Let's step back.
Get an instant replay of that, Danny. Can you?
Yeah, if we have a replay, that'd be great. But while they're doing that, let's step back and let's talk about this. Do you guys even feel that this should be a rule? I mean, isn't tactically putting the ball? I mean, you see this in the English Premier League all the time. They go to the corner and they try to keep possession. You know,
No
Rooney does this all the time.
No one video game. Me personally, video game or real life, no one wants to lose because someone time wasted. If you were good enough to beat me the whole game, don't wait till the last minute to waste time. You know what I mean?
So you don't think it's a viable strategy in football?
It's a viable strategy in the fact
it's a viable strategy, but me personally as a fan, I don't even like it when my own team does it.
Here's a replay here. Let's look at this replay. So who's this guy that's the who's the guy that has possession?
I think it's on the last corner.
Yeah, it's on the very last
corner. The one that we noticed is on the very last corner, 93rd minute.
Well, Brian does it a little bit before then. That's the second one that talking about.
So here we go into this. Oh, this is the 87th minute. So
right here, this is the first one they're talking about.
Oh, this is the first one they're talking about. Okay.
That's the first one.
No, I don't.
He has an argument for that too. That's
an argument.
Yeah, that's a valuable argument.
I would be less prone to that.
He's not just stood there, is he? He's not just stood there shielding the ball. He's moving the ball, trying to get a foul. Basically,
well,
he's trying
I
to get
think it looks. I've seen guys do that. Just try to get it open so that they can cross it again. You know, because he was under pressure from the two CBs, so he was moving the ball to get in a better position. So I don't think that's time wasted, to be honest.
There is a definite argument for it. Just
it's not clear cut.
Well.
I think if you're gonna
have an argument there too to earn the corner there. That was a little bit.
They earn the corner, and this is the one that everyone.
This is the one I think
that everyone noticed.
So you got one guy goes short.
You got one guy goes
this PSN?
He does that.
PSN doesn't pop up.
It's right there. That's the moment there where he's literally just stood there shielding the ball. He's not looking to pass. He's not looking to turn. He's not looking to do anything. That's the one that is definitely time wasted.
Yeah, I think so. I think
the first one, there's an argument where he's still moving, so he could still technically pass it or cross it or do a skill and try and get a foul. There's still an argument for that from Detroit. But that second one there, on that corner, he stood there shielding the ball.
Yeah. And also, I mean, the pass, the cross, the near cross, they passed it into him knowingly trying to set up that time wasting.
Exactly.
It's not like they did a near pass so that he could, get into another position and cross it for the goal. There was no offensive move possible there.
No, exactly. And he literally went.
Yeah, we just need to keep that replay going. So
here, he could do the near pass and then cross it, but then he keeps his back to the whole goal the entire time, and then that to me is blatant
time wasting.
So Danny, after tonight, do you think there would be a change to the rule as a whole for next season?
I've always not liked this rule because it is a real life tactic, but I understand it. I'm glad I have the committee, but it's shitty that a playoff game came down to this.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm torn because I think.
According to the comments, Rizzy is saying that they've done it all season and no one bats an eye.
But that's nothing to do with this game though, right? I mean,
that has nothing to do with this game, but at the same time, if that is true, Rizzy,
but
there needs to be video evidence.
Yeah.
Yes,
it needs to be submitted to the committee.
Yeah. I mean, if you're saying that it's been submitted and called out,
if you've done that and it's still been ignored all season,
then you have
an argument. Then you have an argument. But
because now you're talking about precedent, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If there hasn't been any proof given or
person
anything like that,
arguing that it wasn't I only see one person arguing that he wasn't shooting the ball.
But I think if you have your back towards the goal and you're not moving tactically in any way,
I think it's like I said in the first one that we saw, where people said he could have been. He was moving. He was looking for a foul. He was moving a lot. He wasn't literally just stood there shielding the ball. He was moving, so he could have still passed it. He could have crossed it. He could have got a foul.
Yeah.
He could have got one of those three things. In that last instance, the very last kick of the game, he literally stood there shielding the ball. There's no argument.
But you can actually
anyone who watches that replay, no one can argue that.
Yeah, you can actually see the player, the animation of shielding, right? You can actually see the animation of the shield.
Exactly.
Hashtag Shieldgate. Let's get it.
Hashtag Shieldgate. Hashtag Shieldgate, guys.
Can we get someone from the community to come on and announce it?
Are they talking about it right now? They're deliberating.
I mean, they have to be talking about it
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should try to get an announcement here.
Yeah,
on
make
stream.
sure that someone gets on and like announce the result, and not anyone like come comment on it.
Left stick dribbling isn't shielding, petty stuff. But he wasn't left stick dribbling in that last one, though. He was literally standing still with the shielding animation out.
And that's the difference.
I just think already
the first one you could get away with because he was
already. No one wants to win like that, and no one really wants to lose like that.
No,
I'd rather
not.
a 3-0 blowout loss than to lose from a 1-0 time wasting in the corner. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a defender, you know, I mean, I don't know why those guys didn't slide. Because me personally, I mean, we already losing 1-0.
Yeah, let's talk about the defending.
I mean,
so how do you
the one little red card there?
How do you defeat that? Like, you know, as a defender.
The only way to defeat that, you need you need more than one person, basically.
You come around from the side of...
Well, one person cannot get the ball off of another person if he's just shielding.
Right.
It might occasionally do it, but it'll probably concede a foul, a free kick. Right?
Which means they could do a free kick.
Which means they could do it continuous amount of times until your teammates are getting yellow cards and red cards like there's no tomorrow. The only way I know of being able to counter that is you need at least 2-3 people surrounding him, and then one of those 3 people, you might still commit a foul, you might still get a free kick against you, but you've got more chance with more people going for the ball. You've got more chance of getting the ball without it being a free kick or a yellow card or anything.
I think also that one thing we haven't talked about is that there's the clock management, the time management. Like in the NBA, you know, you foul somebody to stop the clock, right? Or you use timeouts to stop the clock, and so you're managing the time and extending the timeout. Here, you can kind of do something similar with the foul, as long as you're not getting a red card for it. Or even a yellow card.
Yeah, you're talking about technical fouls, which makes sense, but you never know in FIFA. They might decide, oh, maybe that was a good tactical foul, and maybe that was a red card foul when it should have been a yellow card foul, you know?
But my point is, even
not a lot of
you're going
players like to take those. Not a lot of players like to take those chances.
See, my thing is, when they hold the ball in the corner, they could have just kicked it out, dude. It's already past the 3-minute mark. There's no reason to do it. Like, it doesn't have an impact on the game. If they kick it out, the whistle blows.
Exactly.
Look, it's 3-0, 306, 307, 308.
Yeah.
If they just boot it, the whistle blows.
Yeah, if he just clears it right now.
If it does all that movement and then kicks it out now, instead of standing there like he did then.
Well, the defender nudges it right there,
So just a quick recap, now that we've made it to the end of night 1 of playoffs. Oakland defeated Bay Area 4-0 in the first game at 9:30. They move on to play Unkind Esports Thursday night, I think. Now we have completed the second game of night 1. Detroit won 1-0 with controversy at the end with the claim of time wasting. I am assuming that they are at the community now discussing what happened, and we will have a decision on that shortly.
Okay. So we'll wait for that. So all of you guys, is it tomorrow?
No. The community wants that tonight, Danny.
Well, there's only one person awake, so they gotta look at it tomorrow.
Oh God.
I can't argue that it wasn't wasting the ball in the corner. Obviously, he was wasting the ball in the corner. They tried to waste it 3 times. But it doesn't affect the outcome of the game in this case. Because all they had to do was just clear it.
Well,
You know what I mean? But the way the rule's written,
it doesn't.
New York's
it
through.
Matter. Exactly. That's what I mean. At the end of the day, rules are there for a reason.
Right.
So if the rules are broken, it's grounds for a default. If it's a default, New York are through.
I'm gonna let the committee handle it.
Many people might not like the rules, but every single manager should know the rules.
Yeah, and I'm also not sure of,
the rules.
3 different instances of possible time waste. I'm not so sure that doesn't affect the outcome. You know, there could have been a quick turnover in that first one. Could definitely, they would have had enough time to do a long ball to the other end and run on it and score.
Exactly.
The
second one, it wouldn't have affected it, but that third one, Like the first two, you couldn't clearly state it was definite time wasting. There was no way of clearly stating that because the ball was continuously moving. Whereas that last one, if anyone had watched that, I don't think they could argue the fact that he did stand still.
Yeah, I think once the shielding animation comes out, that's obvious.
That's exactly, it's obvious that he stood there shielding the ball. Whether it was to time waste or whether it was because he thought the whistle was blowing or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
the rules are you cannot do that.
Yeah, to me it's clear cut. I'm with you. It's clear cut.
And to add on to that, I think like if the rule is adjusted to allow for time wasting, I think we also need to find a way to track red cards, because if you do this, I'm pretty sure there's going to be an increase in red cards and people getting pissed.
Most definitely, there will be.
And we don't want to look like a bunch of guys just playing the game and not caring. Like there has to be some level of discipline between the players.
Yeah,
I mean it's like I said, at the end of the day, it is a rule.
Because I ain't gonna lie, me
might
personally,
disagree
if time waste on me, I'm probably going to slide tackle you.
Yeah, but I think it should be allowed though. I mean, if it's in the real game, it should be allowed. I think
it's in the real game. And it's like everyone said at the beginning of this new FIFA that the goalkeeper offside thing, when the goalkeeper kicks it out, you can't be offside. And everyone complained that was a glitch. It wasn't a glitch. It was put into the game because it's allowed in real life football.
Well, as a goalkeeper, I can tell you what the glitch was actually the fact that the AI didn't.
The CPU
they didn't react
defenders
to
didn't react to it. Yes.
And then also, you can't flat kick the goal that much. So the ball actually goes super low and super far. You can't do that. It's got to be more of an arch if you're going to kick it that long. And so that's basically what they did to fix it. They made the goal kick much higher, much archy, and then they made the AI defenders react to it. Because the ball is more archy, it allows time for the defenders to get under the ball and have a fair contest.
Definitely, and now they've fixed it. So now it is now it is what it should be, and it's perfectly legal.
Yep.
It's not.
And you also don't. And it also doesn't lead to a goal every time.
No, exactly.
Now you're contesting.
Before, unless you had CPU defenders or midfielders that would drop back and defend those, it was practically a guaranteed goal because you'd always have one or two
YouTube search Edison long goal kicks, and that'll pop up. And it's strategically very sound because what you do is you pull the defenders back, and then you open up the midfield. And so Edison does it all the time.
So the player that time wasting, does he get a ban for the whole season, Danny?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question.
What happens to that guy? This guy in purple. Who is he?
Well, I've only read a comment that says that he should be banned.
Who is this guy, first of all? The PSN didn't show up.
If it's not in the rules, he won't
let's not throw his PSN out there because he probably won't get signed by anybody else. Let's not be hostile.
Don't do it again.
I mean, but the question is, was he aware of the rule, though? Maybe he wasn't even aware of the rule.
But if he wasn't aware of the rule, then that's his manager's fault.
Sure.
It's his manager's job to make sure all of his players
100%
exactly
his fault, maybe.
Exactly. It might not be.
Because I don't
know the rules. He might not know the rules, but at the end of the day, the rules are there. The managers at least should know them.
Yeah.
And should teach them to their players.
Yeah. Is this just a specific instance to last 0.5 seconds of a playoff match?
Exactly. And like I said, most people probably don't agree with the rules. Don't agree with that rule in particular, but it is a rule, and everyone knows the rule.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe that's why some people didn't know it, is because it kind of defies common sense because it's not in the real game, right? The rule doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's manufactured only for this league.
Exactly.
It may not even be in other leagues, like in VFL or even VPG Europe. I don't know. That may not even be in
VPG Europe. You can't do it at all.
It's a VPN team that came over, so.
Okay, so South American.
It might be different. It might be different rules in VPN.
Yeah.
It might be.
I mean, to your point, yes, it's definitely the responsibility of the manager. But again, do you read every single thing in your terms of service when you click on stuff and when you sign up for stuff on the website? No. So maybe it's human nature to go by common sense more than read every single thing in the rule book. I don't know.
Well, we'll have a decision reached tomorrow.
Okay.
I hate to leave it off like this tonight.
The cliffhanger.
Man, what a shitty way to end the night.
Other than that, guys, it was a really good game. To be fair.
So for the committee, how early should we expect this decision?
It wasn't one of those extravagant games.
At least by tomorrow, I'd imagine.
Is it going to be tweeted out, or how are you going to hear about it? Is it on Facebook?
It'll be front page news.
Front page news stream. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Front page. It'll be blasted all over the airwaves. The controversy of 2008.
I have never seen a game this FIFA go 95 minutes when it was only +3, Cozy. Never. I think this game they've got it right as far as blowing a whistle when it needed to be blowed.
Yeah.
What's the it's a 6 minute, right? Is a standard.
5 minute.
Is it 5 minute?
What are you talking about? As far as like
the
extra
whole
time?
game setting? So in your game setting for how long the actual game should be, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, 6 minutes.
6 minutes is default, right?
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Shield gate. I like this.
Shield gate. Well, I mean, going back to the game though, I mean, thinking about what's the motivations of time wasting. You're at 1-0. That's part of it, isn't it? I mean, definitely. Detroit, if they'd been 4-0 up, they probably wouldn't be time wasting in the end.
Yeah, in all honesty, Detroit may have won, but in all honesty, I think New York City played the better game overall.
Why do you say that? Overall, why do you say they played better?
I mean, they spread Detroit well the first half, and they didn't have a lot of chances, but the way they were able to spread the ball and move the ball around between them was good. And the second half, after Detroit scored, I mean, they were just pressured, which was unfortunate that they played different because they got scored on, which happens, but it was unfortunate. I still think that they overall played better than Detroit.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree to some sense in that. I think possession definitely they did, but I think in the end of the day, the attacking and how you create chances to score opportunities is where you have to have happen. And for me, New York, while they possessed the ball well in the midfield, it didn't link up to chances that they needed. And in that sense, I felt Detroit definitely outplayed them in that. They may have turned off the ball a bit more in the midfield, but they got a lot more chances. And I think they got to look at their clinical finishing there because, if you go back to that free volley they had, and then that one shot where he completely free with the ball at the PK spot and he kicks it over, that's a 3-0 game. No need to do time wasting there. We're not even having this.
That's my reasoning for saying that New York played overall as a team better. From what I saw from Detroit, they only had a good attacking front. They weren't tested defensively, in my opinion. So I can't honestly say that they were the better team. They had what? You just named at least 4 different opportunities that they could have scored, and they only scored 1 goal. And they had the time waste to win.
But that's more on the side of the strikers of Detroit rather than the defending of New York, though. Because the fact that they had those chances means the defense wasn't anywhere close to them.
Valid.
That's kind of my point. They kind of defeated themselves in this game, or they at least got themselves in a situation where now you're 1-0, 93rd minute. Do you time waste?
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I mean, in all prompts, Detroit, good game, but I don't think they played better.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would definitely say that New York had the better second half. I mean, the pressure that they're putting in really. I mean, they had a couple of chances too where they just missed an extra pass. I think, all in all, considering the placements, Detroit seeding versus New York played out of their minds. But again, as I said in the beginning of the game, this doesn't surprise me considering their past history where they've only lost 1 to 2 goals against some of the best teams in the league. So, and you come across these teams that do that. They kind of rise to the occasion, and they play really well against teams that they should not play well again, and then they lose against teams that they should completely destroy.
Sounds like Liverpool last season, to be fair.
Yeah, right?
Shots.
Right.
I'm a Liverpool supporter, so that ain't shots at all.
Even Man United is the same. We can beat Juventus in the Champions League, but we can't. We lose to West Ham United. It's just ridiculous. So
yeah, but you're Man United, so
yeah. Yeah.
You've got Josie as your manager. We'll not get into this because
we won't get into this.
You got Josie as your manager. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully, he's there for a very long time.
I think we should wrap it up, guys. Basically, the news is that tomorrow, fresh off the press, you're going to hear the ruling from the committee on the Detroit-New York game, whether or not Detroit forfeits their win and lets New York go through. The 11th seed goes through to the playoffs. Any last parting words, gents?
Just wanted to say thank you for the community for watching. It was a chaotic end there, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. You guys are stars. Good luck to all 4 teams tomorrow. Remember, no time wasting. Please don't be like Detroit tonight.
Viper, last words.
Really good game. Glad I could come on again and do some more commentary. Or give opinions, shall we say. But no, yeah, unfortunate at the end what happened. But hopefully tomorrow will be a hell of a lot better.
I really don't want to go because I like reading all these their comments. Everyone just seems into this, and it's like it's like we're all in one room and they're all just arguing back and forth.
All good things must come to an end.
I mean, we still got another 45 minutes of showtime if we go by our regular schedule.
I'm gonna sign off. You guys can stick around.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off as well. This was
madness.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's crazy, but hey, VPGA, that's what we do. We do it like that.
All right. So, well, sign off from Madman. Good night, everyone, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be anyone holding the ball in the corner tomorrow.
No,
for sure. Thanks once again to everybody who tuned in. This was your commentators, Viper, Madman, and Autocorrect, bringing to you live on VPGA. We will see you for the next time. Thanks a lot, everybody, and have a good night.
Oh, wait, before he turns it off, shout out to Oakland, shout out to Oscar Garcia, shout out to El Salve, and shout out to...
You're going to go for the whole team?
No. I mean, they put it in the chat, and they told us to do it, so I waited to the end.
Just in case you forgot Christian was black, he does shout outs.
Oh, my God. I feel like Ferns just realized that he has been arguing the whole thing the whole wrong way.
Hopefully tomorrow night we can get a Christian Allen versus Mike Culp 1-on-1 during one of these breaks. Peace.
Get it in tonight. I'm ready.